Hello guys, so we have been in Korea for 1 month. I've been thinking of things each day like, oh gosh, I should talk about that. I should talk about that. I should talk about that. So I've just decided as I think of things, I'm gonna do a quick recording and then at some point I'll just edit it all together. So the disclaimer though is that I am going to be speaking in generalities and this is just my personal experience. So if you've been to Korea before and you didn't experience what I talk about, that's okay, okay? This has just been things I've kind of picked up on in this last month. One thing has been, if you are a pedestrian, you only seem to really have the right of way when you're at a crosswalk and the little green guy comes on. You can cross the street. Otherwise, you just need to be in survival mode because the driving around here is crazy and they will whiz by you so fast that you will feel the wind from the car, okay? So you do not have the right of way, basically, is what I've noticed. Eli's almost been run over like 20 times, basically. You of course look both ways, but then you better be looking both ways the entire time you're running for your life across the parking lot. Other thing, so we live in Seoul. So speaking of driving, not a lot of people drive here, but you don't need a lot of people to drive here for it to be very congested. So a small segment of the population drive here. You know, a certain segment of the population drive here. But the total population in the city of Seoul, and it's a city, the city of Seoul has a population of 10 million. 10 million in the city of Seoul. So to give you perspective, the entire state of Georgia is like 10.6 million. So the entire state of Georgia is about 10.6 million. The city of Seoul is 10 million. So when you're talking about 10 million in a city, you only need a little tiny segment of that population to drive for it to be so congested here. And they drive aggressively. And there are scooters everywhere. So every restaurant and every store does delivery, it seems like. And it's these dudes on little scooters with a box on the back, and they whip all over the place. There are traffic laws, but they don't obey them. Like, they'll go up on the sidewalk with you. They cross with you on crosswalks. They shimmy in between cars during a red light. It's kind of nuts. So even when you're walking on the sidewalks, you need to be aware because the scooters are everywhere.
I've seen big cars drive on the sidewalk. It's super scary. And always when you say something, end with yo. It's nice.
Something else. When you go to a restaurant in Korea, they do not check on you, the waiters. You also don't tip. So I guess they're paid like everybody else, but they do not come and check on you. So you say, excuse me, or flag them down. And that's just what they do. They don't come check to see how your meal tastes. They don't come voluntarily refill your drink. You have to ask them to do that. We're about to go into a restaurant, so watch. We're gonna wear our mask to walk to the table so that we can sit at the table and take off our mask. Eat without masks. Now we walk in the restaurant with our masks on. Now we can take our masks off 6 feet away from where we were with our masks on. There are like never parents on the playground. So you know how in America you follow your kid everywhere, like even when they're playing in the front yard, you sit out there with them. Because, you know, everybody's a pedophile and a kidnapper. Here, no. In fact, the playground, which we overlook, from our balcony, there are kids who come to our playground from other neighborhoods, apartment buildings, down the road, across the street, whatever, come over here themselves. No parent. So that's been a hard habit for us to break, even for Elijah. He doesn't like to go down there alone. So like Matt's down there right now. I was down there with him last night because we're just not quite used to that yet, especially for Eli's age. But the freedom here for the kids is very different because the crime that happens in America just doesn't happen here. Like you don't hear about little kids being kidnapped and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's something that's pretty different. Yesterday when I was down there, there was one parent. There were probably 20 kids, 15 to 20 kids. And there was one parent and it was a grandma. So that's kind of the norm. So parking. Okay, because there's so many people living in these apartment complexes, parking is at a premium. So sometimes you have to park and block people in. Well, if you choose to be this car and do that, or that car right there, you leave your car in neutral. You leave your car in neutral and you put a phone number on it. And if the person is not able to move your car on their own, they will call you and you come out and you move your car. And that is how they get out. That's why there's these bricks, because they knew, since they're leaving their cars in neutral, they put bricks so that their cars don't roll away. But if you're blocked in and you're not successful moving their car out of the way, then you call them and they have to come and move their car.
Mosquito. End.
That's true. The mosquitoes are crazy here. He even has bites on his face. And they're like ninjas.
Hey, I'm the only ninja around here.
The mosquitoes are like tiny, invisible ninjas.
I'm the only ninja
I've
around
only
here.
killed like 2 in the whole time we've been here because you
I've
don't even
killed
see them.
500.
But you wake up with 7 more mosquito bites. Things are accessible. You don't need a car. You can walk to most anything. There are practical things in a nice little short walking distance. So at our apartment, it is less than a 1-minute walk to a hair cutting place, getting your nails done, a 7-Eleven, like an outdoor kind of grocery store kind of thing that's got like fruits and vegetables, but then you can go inside and there's, toiletries and drinks and stuff like that. Coffee shops, 2 florists, multiple restaurants. Like, it's amazing how much is just right out the entrance of your building. And that seems to be everywhere here. And that has been amazing because we're trying to do without a car for a year, which might be really painful in the winter and smack during monsoon season. But again, I don't want to deal with a car with all the congestion. People drive like cuckoo cray here. Parking is insane, and I just don't want the expense of a car. So we're gonna try to do without a car for a year, and I have been amazed and pleasantly surprised at how easy it is to walk everywhere. And then if you do need to take a bus, so like to get to the girls' orthodontist appointments, we had to take a bus. Well, we've got multiple bus stops, within a 5 to 7 minute walk. And then you're kind of golden. You can go anywhere you want to go. We haven't tried the subway yet. I plan to do that at some point, but I'm a little nervous about it. It's intimidating to me, but yeah, it is. And then the kids can just walk to the grocery store too. So like if we need milk, Madison just heads to the grocery store to get milk and she's back in 4 minutes. Like, that's amazing. Bags. Take your own bag no matter where you're going, even if you go to the mall. So they charge you for bags. most places. So we did get clothes at Hollister, and they gave us a bag for free. But then, like, I went to this home decor place, and they charged me for the bag. I went to H&M. They were going to charge me for a bag, so I just put it in the Hollister bag. So no matter where you go, even not just grocery shopping, like even to the mall, take your own bags because they charge you for bags. This is our life when we go to a restaurant in Korea. So one neat thing is, because the waiters don't like come and frequently check on you, you get like your cups, your silverware. They're not big on napkins here, so I'm surprised to even see napkins at the table. And then you get like a pitcher of water. But that's the menu, and then he's trying to get it translated.
That's seafood.
And then once we're ready, we hit this call button, and we order who knows what. Okay, this is what we ended up ordering, which we believe is bulgogi. And wasn't there one other thing we ordered?
Yeah, there was something else.
Well, we don't know for sure if we ordered it. But there's always lots of dishes that come with things. And then you get beer, and they bring you a beer. And my little tiny napkin. We apparently also ordered this.
얘를 여기다가 딱 들여 드시는 거예요.
Oh, that's what we dip in that. Okay.
이거 더 서비스 해드릴까? 예. 더
It's
서비스.
so good. Okay. You just eat what comes to the table. So this is the street where we just ate. And I just thought you guys would like to see kind of Seoul. I mean, just really, I don't know. It's just really neat to be here. So this is the street we walked to have dinner. And then you come down this little street, and it's like little outdoor markets. And now we're gonna walk back home, and it's about a 3-minute walk, if that. So as I think of more things, I will keep doing more videos. But thought you guys might like to see just some differences between Korea and America. What?
SPC Culinary Academy.
Oh, there you go. There's tons of Korean cooking classes too. But all right, that's it for now.